Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Hopefully we get to have some good games today. Mostly just hoping for good runs. What? Hold on. A4 offsuit, just gonna fold, defending. 3-bet and 4-bet. Just gonna fold. Oh, I feel like the window is a little bit weird. Let me try to restart the table a little bit. When you check the second time, I'm gonna start betting, and we have a gut shot. 3-betting with ace-jack versus cut-up open. Even though this guy raised kind of tight, he only open 10% of the time. Gonna put some pressure on him. Gets 4-bet. Oh, ace-jack off, we're just gonna fold. Suited, we can probably see a flop. But mostly still folding though. Oh shit, I misclicked because the sizing is a little bit different. That sucks. I'm just gonna restart the tables. Oops, gonna wait a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna just wait a few seconds here until the table clears out. Okay, sorry about the delay. Just something wrong with my stack and tile program, so the table was looking kind of weird. It did cost us to call with queen 5 offsuit under the gun. That was pretty sad. Okay, let's try again. I'm actually not sure what is going on with the... Is there an update or something on the... I think this is just a new format, huh? Okay, I guess it is what it is. I don't think it's something wrong with the program, it's just that they changed this sizing to make it a little bigger. I guess we just have to be careful when we play today. Not used to the text, I guess. Just gonna try to play slowly, a little slower, so we don't make mistake. Under the gun race, recreational player, I assume. Never play with him. I guess we overcall with 6s here. Take a flop. Here on this board, I feel like we can go for check raise. Pretty good turn for us. We're gonna bet. Just 2, 3, 4 the pot. We do just pick it up. Yeah, I'm not used to the new buttons. It's a lot bigger. Small c-bet on this one. Just gonna be careful when we click because I'm not used to this yet. Gonna get used to it. guess we have to adjust our HUD a little bit as well. Layout. Oh, I'm not able to move it for some reason. On this flop with the bottom pair, we go with the small c-bet, and here we 3-bet from the button. Gonna pure flop. Obviously, 3-betting with kings, and here we got mid raise. Not gonna fold to a mid raise yet. Just gonna call and see a turn. That's not a good turn. Whatever we beat, we don't beat anymore. Hello, Lone Com. Thanks for the good luck. Certainly needed. Turn T2. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's kind of weird. We're not. Oh, okay. Now we're able to do this. So just gonna move it to like the left a little bit, and then lock and safe. There we go. Ace 5 facing under the gun, open from unknown player. We're just gonna put in a 3-bet. See what he's all about. Folding here. On this board, we're just gonna go for a small c-bet. He does call, and then turn was another spade. We do pick up got shot. Here, we flop a bolt. Go start with the small c-bet. Probably check behind with most of our ranges. If we got a spade, we can barrel. When he checked the river against unknown player, we just check it back and then see like what he's playing, like how he's playing. Raising under the gun and flat calling 3-bet out of position. Ace king. Okay. Probably should have bet, but it's okay. Obviously 3-betting with ace king offsuit. Start with the small c-bet. Pocket aces. Turns a spade. We don't have a spade, so we kind of have to give up here. If you have a spade, we're definitely barreling. Just gonna check back, and I expect us to lose like some pocket pairs, but 5-6 suited. Okay, so he is definitely kind of on the loser side. Small c-bet on this board. We do have a backdoor flush draw, and it's a pretty good turn card for us. Just gonna barrel. C-bet on this board. Facing a 3-bet, as under the gun raisers, queen 10 suited, we can just fold. I feel like this is a turn where we can obviously barrel. Giving up is fine. This guy doesn't play with full stack, just assume he's a recreational player. I'm gonna go for an over pot bet here. That's gonna get tons of draw to fold, and then if he calls, we just shut down. And we can always like barrel the river if it's like a none club, none heart. Top 2 pair. Gonna start with a small C bet. Here we're gonna just bet, and when we check 2, turn the nuts. I'm gonna use a smaller sizing just in case that he had like a flush draw. And we do get check raise pretty big here. On this board, he can't really have much. Just gonna fold. It's pretty dry board. When you check raise like this, I feel like he has something really strong. Because there's no draw out there for him to raise that big. On this river, we're gonna overbet. Probably on a club draw or something. He didn't get there. Ace Queen, facing mid 3 bets. Gonna put in a 4 bet and play in position. Sizing wise, it's our normal 3 bet sizing, so it doesn't really change much. And then his mid 3 bet doesn't really mean anything. But if he 4 bets, then obviously it makes something. 2 callers, 1 overcard on board. Definitely gonna see bet this board. We have tons of ace king and king queen in our range, and he does call. Pretty good flop for us. We do have ace of diamonds. And just gonna, we're actually gonna check the turn with against his sizing. And here we're using a small c bet. And here we check calling. On the river, I feel like we just check. He has tons of small pocket pairs. When he bet this sizing, not sure if he's gonna check back a king on the turn. He might, but we didn't check the turn to fold the river, so gonna call. And he does have nothing. And we do get check raise, and here there's no reason to do anything but just to get it in. Here we're gonna start with a small bet. Unfortunately, he gets there. Story of the day, story of our life. People always suck out against us. On the river, there's no reason to bet, just check. Expect him to check back, and then we'll pick up the pot very often. And we do. This guy is called 3 bet, mid 3 bet with king 7 suited, and then mid 3 bet, king 7 suited, flop a flush draw and diamond draw. Pretty straightforward for him to just get it in on a flop, but we're kind of unlucky too. Like we're never winning those flip situation, as you guys probably know. On this board, we can check. We can bet against a recreational player. We probably just start betting. And here, with 3 bet, we have backdoor diamonds. Gonna start with small c bet. Gets raised. Definitely not folding yet. Not sure if we should put in a 3 bet. Blind versus blind. Against a pretty aggressive player. I guess we call and let him bluff. 2 flush draw out there. Maybe like check. And then see what he does. If he bet like pretty large sizing, we can consider check jamming here. On this board, we're gonna check back. And here we're checking back with ace king. Not the greatest river, not the worst either. Gonna peel a river, and we don't get there. Just gonna check back. King 6. Okay, so this guy is definitely a recreational player. We're gonna jam here actually. Facing this kind of sizing, I feel like jamming is probably the best play. Sometimes we're gonna run into straights and sets, but he has tons of flush draw here. He does have flush draw, and then we get maximum value, so that's nice. Glad we were able to fade the river there. I think he had like 10 with 5-9. Oh, he has 2 pairs, so we sucked out. Okay, good for us. This guy 3 bets, ace queen suited. We're gonna go for a 4 bet. betting the turn a little bit. So he had 2 pair, so he flopped top pair, and then he turned 2 pair with a flush draw, and then we sucked out. Feel good to suck out sometimes. But consider like how the card went, right? He had flush draw and pair, and then we have overpair, and then he just like turned the second pair like on the turn, which is like the story of our life, like how people just always hit their card against us. But good thing there that we're able to suck out, and totally don't feel bad about it. Happened to us way too many times, and never feel bad when we actually suck out somebody. Gonna open the window here. It's a little bit hot today. Not sure if outside is any better though, but gonna try. Pocket Jack's facing a 4-bet. I mean, we're not gonna fold yet. Calling is definitely an option. Don't see a reason to 4-bet here. Still be ace king, probably call once. Here we flop top pair. This guy c-bet 90% of the time, so we're just gonna put in a raise. Here c-betting with the second pair, and here we are check raising on this open-ended straight draw plus backdoor flush draw. On this ace on the turn, we just have to check. It's a pretty bad card for us, pretty good card for him. And here against this guy, he check raised again. Seems like a pretty loose player, and he never fold to c-bet, so we're just gonna play in position. Checking the river. I mean, checking the turn. When he barrels, we call one more time with the 2 flush draws out there. When he barreled the turn, I guess we can call in and fold the river. That is definitely a bad card for us. I'm just gonna check back. He does have king. Nice hand. 3-betting. Gonna make it a little bigger. He jams. We're just gonna fold. Doesn't be anything there. On this flop, we're just gonna start with the check. Checking the turn. This guy seems like a recreational player. Only opens 8% of the time, so just gonna attack him. Defending with king 9 suited. Not the greatest river. I don't think we're beating anything. Yeah. Not after that river. Expecting to always bet here on this turn. Just gonna fold. Blind versus blind, we flop top pair. Just gonna c-bet. I feel like there's a lot of new icons today. I think there was like a patch on ACR or something. Maybe because last night the system was super buggy, and then they're like trying to fix it or something. I do see a lot of new avatar. Small c-bet on this board. Doing it with all our ranges. Flop trips, that's always nice. Just gonna probably just check raise. He's definitely gonna bet this turn. Hopefully he has an ace. Just gonna raise a little bit. Yeah, he does have an ace. Maybe we should have raised a little more. I was thinking about like 50, but I was just feeling. I was just thinking that if he had an ace, he might just 3-bet us. But unfortunately, he was playing conservatively, so On this turn, we're gonna start betting. He does have some. I guess he can have like some ace king, but gonna try to bet and just take it down. And here on this turn, we're gonna continue betting. We do have all the overpairs here, and then it would be very difficult to call with like a king 10, ace 10 here, facing our range. On this flop, we're gonna see bet a little bigger. Unfortunately, he does call, and I think we use the overbet here. 10-8 gets there. Not gonna stop us from betting though. And we do just take it down. I will play flush. I will play a flush draw there. That way. On the river, diamond gets there. We do blocking of diamonds. I guess we go for a check call depending on the sizing he is using. Or wait, maybe we can do like a blocker bet, like 40. And if it gets raised, then we obviously folding. Let's do that. I can still get value from like a lot of like jacks, ace jack type of hands. On this board, we call once in position. That's a bad turn. He does raise. Unfortunately, we have to fold. We didn't use this value bet to call raise, just hoping to get called by worse. If he raises, he always have it here. Because we do have some not flush on this river with the way we played, so we're just gonna fold. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us, and then here's a bad turn. We just have to fold. With the gut shot, we start with a small c bet. Pep 5555, good luck, Mr. Lee. Thank you. I'm gonna barrel this turn pretty big. And yesterday I started NL 200 Blitz a bit. How did it go for you? Did you play me? I'm gonna bluff this river actually. Does get instant call by a7. That's unlucky. A7 is not winning there a lot. Most of the time, A7 is losing there. But he has decided to go with the call. It's fine. Here he called our 3 bets on this flop. Just small c bet. And here on this board we do have a top pair, so start with the small c bet. Pretty good card for our range. Just gonna continue to barrel. And we do turn a flush draw. Just continue to barrel. This guy doesn't like to fold, so he could be calling with like pocket 10s, pocket 9s here. Obviously, he could have like something better. And we do just pick up the pot. That's nice. Tens. Over there, pocket kings, we could choose to just check fold the river, but we're losing value from like ace jack, so he doesn't necessarily always have a flush there. So it's totally fine to just value bet, and even if he had a straight there or a set, he's not raising that river. So when he raises the river, he almost always have the nut flush. So we can just feel really confident that we're folding the best. Like we did not have the best hand. Versus if we just check, we are losing value on worse hands. And if you have flushes, then obviously we save $40, but I'd rather go for maximum value. On this board, we check back, and bottom versus big blind 3-bet, we're just gonna flag the pocket tens. And flopping top sets always help. Pretty shitty turn for our hands. Orange, I don't have oranges. When he checked, just gonna use a small sizing. I think when he checked, he's giving up a lot. And using a smaller sizing is gonna be putting a pretty difficult spot. I don't see him 3-betting pre-flop with Jack-9, so pretty sure we still have the best hand. I'm gonna use a larger sizing now, just in case he have like jacks and queens or something like that. Checking back on his flop. If you have Jack-9 here, we just have to lose our stack. There's no way around it. Very unfortunate, but it's very unlikely that he 3-bet us with Jack-9. Even Jack-9 suited should be just a call. On this turn, I'm just gonna fold to a dunk bet. Lee, who would you say is the toughest villain in the daily Blitz pool? They have been on vacation, I think. Sonic 3D Blast is pretty good. Ice Bank Mice Elf is pretty good. Trump vote LOL Trump voter is pretty good. Sit Out is pretty good. Those are probably the 4 that comes right on top of my head. With flush draw and overcard, so checking is fine, folding is fine, betting is fine as well. We're gonna go for a small c-bet against a tag fish. His stats doesn't look that fishy, but on this turn I think we're definitely gonna barrel. Expecting to fold very often here, and he does fold. Betting against this guy. I actually think he's a fish. Just gonna change the tag because I did review a few hands that we play against him, and he does seem on the fisher side. So gonna change that tag to green. On this board, we go for check call. I think. I don't think full equity is that good with the c-bet. Depending on the sizing, probably check fold. Against this sizing, I guess we can go for a call against that sizing, and then on this river, we just check folding. We have some ace in our range. He does give up. He should be betting the river there, just wrapping a 10. Like we'll probably check folding an ace anyways. But he doesn't know how we play, obviously. Yesterday the whale count was negative $530 EV plus. That's running like 3 buy-ins below. Always not the most enjoyable experience, especially when you try to move up. We did not play together significant pots. Okay. If we do, then you know, it's fine. What's your in-game name? So next time I see you, I can just tag you as a friend. It's not like we're gonna play anything different, but it's just, you know, it's cool to be playing pots with a friend sometimes. Ace 5, pretty good hand to 3-bet. Just gonna use 4x sizing. On this board, I think we can just feel pretty confident doing a small c-bet. Gets called and turn a king. However, it's a diamond, so we're gonna check. Expecting to bet quite often, but I don't think we're folding just yet. And we river 2 pairs. Just gonna bet 15. Hopefully he has an ace. 3 betting with pocket nice. Even though against under the gun raise, but I'd rather 3-bet versus just flat call. Do face a 4-bet. Here against this fish player, I think we're just gonna 4-bet and get it in. I'm gonna use a larger sizing. I mean 150 big blind, I don't mind, just get it in. 150 big blind deep. And we flop top set, that's always good. Start with a small c-bet. And here, calling is fine. I guess we can call and peel a flop. Especially use like a smaller sizing. I don't think you like this flop unless you have like queens specifically. Facing a 4-bet, we are jamming ace-king. I think we are mandatory to call once in case he have ace-king. Here, calling is fine, jamming is fine. I think with ace-king suited, just go for a jam. When he barreled the second time, I feel like he has a real hand. We do have a backdoor club draw, and he can possibly be doing this with like ace-king with ace of clubs. But I feel like even against that hand, we're like, he has 2 overcards and 4 tens and then all the clubs, so it's okay to just fold. Facing small blind 3-bet from a good player, we're just gonna defend with the ace-jack. And he's tanking now. Tank is always a good thing, it means that he doesn't have aces and kings. And he does call, pocket queens. Can we get there once? We cannot. On this board, I feel like we can peel once. See what he does on the turn. And we do turn top pair, top kicker. I'm not sure if we can fold anymore. Probably just have to call. It's very unfortunate. It's very hard for us to win flips. I don't know if you guys remember when was the last time we won a flip. Oh yeah, that was the wrong tag. I don't know why I attacking orange. Just gonna call and then call the river. If we call this turn, and that's a perfect river. He's not gonna put us on a jack. So if he had aces, I think we get to stack him. It's unfortunate we just can't win freaking flips. It's kind of insane, but that's just the way our life goes. Small c-bet here. Just gonna jam here. Not the greatest run out. Got rivered again. It's fine. And he was just bluffing, I think. Lucky that we had Jack on the turn river. It's really hard to have a good session when you're like losing flips. You need to be like winning flips if you wanna have a solid like 5, 6, 7 buying session. You just have to win flips, period. Raised and 3-bets. This guy never 3-bets. Probably a recreational player. Just gonna fold his jack here. Thoughts are doubling. I think he's solid. We had tons of history. We triple barrel him very often, and sometimes he called lights. Sometimes he does a lot of play against us too, because we have tons of histories together. Pretty solid player, I'll say. One of the better regulars. I wouldn't consider him like the top of the top regulars, but definitely one of the better regulars. 3-betting here. I ran into 6 coolers within 5 hours of play today. Slam my table until my wrist hurts and quit for the day. Not exactly sure that is the best way to handle Bad beats. On this board, chuck it back. Just gonna bet the turn. When you check the second time, you're gonna start betting. Oh shit, I meant to click 20. I don't know why it becomes a mid-race. King Queen facing a 3-bet and 4-bet. Here, just small c-bet. We're folding. And here, facing a check raise on the turn. Not exactly sure what he's saying he have here. I mean, we can barrel here, but like we messed up pre-flop with the sizing, so just gonna give up. He might have a jack. He might have like ace jack. Just gonna fold. It's kind of weird because we have like aces and king. We play the same way there. Currently have ice on my wrist while watching you. Yeah, try not to do that. Stock out does happens. I know it sucks, but it's part of the game. Just make sure that you don't play when you're tilted, because that's when you lose tons of money. On this board, we're just gonna fold deuces. Start with a small c-bet on this board against a recreational player. He folded and big blind called. We have tons of history with him. I guess we always put a second barrel here, just betting for value. We still have all the ace queen, ace king in our range. River another ace. He might have like a weaker ace. We're just gonna go for a value bet here. Gonna actually use an overpot sizing. Don't think he's folding any ace. He instant muck, so I'm not even sure what he was calling with on the turn. If he was calling the turn with the queen, I guess that's a possibility, but it doesn't matter if we use overpot sizing or if you just bet like 2/3. It's just gonna fold a queen, I feel like, because queen is just not gonna be able to call triple barrel there. King 9 suited, facing a 3-bet. I guess we put a 4-bet here. We do blocks kings and ace king. And I don't want to play King 9 suited out of position, facing a 3-bet. So just gonna turn our hand into a bluff and 4 bets. We do blocks on kings and ace king, like I said. Obviously folding to a jam. Just don't feel like he's flat calling here at all. He does jam, so that's pretty normal. Cutoff versus button is almost like never just gonna flat call a 4-bet. I'm gonna think about it and fold. Blind versus blind, opening 4-5 suited against recreational player. Flop a flush, start with a small c-bet. And he just muck. That is unfortunate, but still good to pick up the pot. This guy limps on a small blind. I'm just gonna assume that he's a weaker player. Not gonna attack him yet though, because he could be doing that. Some good players does that sometimes. I'm gonna use a larger sizing c-bet here on this board. Defending with 10-8. What a shitty flop. Turn the nuts, gonna barrel. I'm not gonna call a 3-bet King 9 suited, especially we raise under the gun and then he 3-bet, so he has a stronger range. And still have the nuts here. Just gonna go for a value bet. 75. He instant fold. Maybe have like king queen or something there. But why would he like just flat call pre-flop though with king queen. Some people does that. Maybe he has like a weaker ace or something. Pocket eights in the small blind. I feel like if we want to play, we have to 3-bet. Folding is fine as well. Sometimes small c-bet on this one. King queen off there, sometimes 3-betting, mostly just folding. On this turn, I think we go for value bet. Facing dunk bet and call. I guess we just fold, like we don't have anything there. Just gonna give up here. Not sure what he's folding. Sevens. I don't think he's folding unless we like overpot it. I think we'll call up to like a pot size bet pretty easily. Because he does know that we're capable of triple barreling. We could have king there, but nothing else. Check calling here. And turn flush shot, gonna check raise. Using an overbet here. He does call, he has a 10. Oops. Oops! Ran into top of his range. That's fine. even he had the 10, he thought about it. He was probably thinking about if he should raise, but he got scared. We got it done, dude. Making sweat, at least for 5 seconds. When you make people sweat when they have like trips, even just for 5 seconds, it's worth it. Ace Jack offsuit facing under the gun open in the collar. Probably just a fold. On this board, we're using larger c-bet sizing. Facing 3-bet from cutoff. Ludeman. Haven't seen him play for a long time. I remember he was a pretty solid regular at like lower stakes. Not exactly sure if we have play at 1-2, but he was a pretty solid regular at 50 NL. Three betting with ace 4. On this board, I think we are gonna start with the small c-bet. Checking back on this flop. We could definitely small c-bet, but he raises. We don't have any equity, so I guess it's okay to just fold. He could obviously be making a move, but if he's making a move, he has like maybe Jack 10 or something, like he has some kind of equity. So let's just fold. We turn an ace. Club gets there. Flop a flush draw. Gonna barrel the turn. Under the gun raise, 3-bet. This is kind of weird. If we do get there on the turn, just gonna start betting. This is kind of like a tough spot. I mean to freaking make it 50. It's a misclick, but it's whatever. There's no way he folds here. 100% of the time he's calling. And we do have a shot. I mean, open the straight draw. I guess we start with the check. I kind of fucked up there. I mean to raise it to 50. Now it's like it just messed up the entire hand. Unless we get there on the turn river or something, turn a river with a straight. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, we could be drawing that here against the queens and kings. I feel like he was probably 5-bet jamming queens and kings. He can obviously have ace king. And just gonna check. Hopefully he have like pocket nines or something. Sorry about the misclick, guys. When he bet the river like this, he's never bluffing. Just gonna fold. I'm kind of pissed because we didn't make it 50. If we make it 50, I think he might have just folded pre. Ace 10 suited facing 4 bets. Just gonna fold here. Flat calling with ace queen suited, ace queen offsuit. Small c-bet, we gonna just call on this dry board. Defending with king 9 suited. Flop the nut flush draw. On the river, we bet for value. Against this small bet, I feel like we can check raise. And we do just pick up the pot. If he called the check raise, he almost always guaranteed to have an ace there. So if we get there with the clubs, we know how to value bet against him. Against the regular, we're gonna try to play a little bit tricky. Just start with the limp. Flop a gut shot. Gonna start betting now. Facing a 3-bet, calling with pocket threes. On this board, once he checks it to us, I feel like it's mandatory to bet. He's saying that he has ace king, ace queen, and if we bet, I think we can get to the river. That's a terrible turn. We don't beat nothing now. Just gonna fold. We're losing for sure. Interesting, he 3-bet king jack and then check call on that kind of flop. Just 2-pot control. I like his style. Definitely playing it the right way. Recognizing the flop is not the greatest for his range. And just start being conservative. Facing that huge 3-bet, we're just gonna fold. Here, we actually gonna flat call here. Almost never do this, but against a loose aggressive player, seems like a recreational player, do this sometimes. Because I feel like if we flop a set, we're gonna stack him if he has like aces and kings. 3-betting ace king, and then we do get squeezed. That's unfortunate, but we do get to see what under the gun raiser do. Once he call, I think we are mandatory to see a flop. Small c-bet here. And we do flop a stat, that's always nice. And here we flop ace, ace. Start with the small c-bet. On the turn, I think we barrel. We still have gut shot, we have overcards. And here, 3 hearts on board, not the greatest. Here on this turn, we're just gonna barrel and get a thing on the river. And here I feel like we're gonna start betting a little bit. And club gets hearts gets there. Gonna go with the check. Not exactly sure if he's gonna call 2 streets with he had 2 pair. That sucks. That's pretty sick that he raised under the gun with 5-6 suited and then flop bottom pair and then call and then get there on the turn, which is pretty frustrating. On this river, I think we're jamming. Do we get buck out? Oh no, we don't. Bet the turn. I guess checking is fine. 3 bets. Decide to win with the check on the flop, which was probably a mistake. I feel like we have to jam here. I don't think he's checking flush draw this way. I don't think he has that many 5s in his range. Just gonna jam. Yeah, over here it's very unfortunate that yeah, people call huge 3 bet with the bottom pair like 5-6 suited under the gun, and then get there with the 2 pair on the turn. It's like it's really frustrating. I don't understand how people are able to do that all the time against us. A little bit sick, I think. Pretty sick. Raise 5-6 suited under the gun. Flop bottom pair. Call a C bet, and then turn 2 pairs. It's pretty sad. Assuming you're a solver. Assuming you use a solver, is the 339X group processor? I think so, but you have to get like the pro, because if you get like, just gonna fold top pair there, because if you get the regular one, like the basic, you're only able to use 6 cores, which is such a waste. If you use pro, then you can use up to, I think, 20 cores or something like that. You have to check on the website, but if you're planning to buying a pro, then yeah, better CPU helps a lot. But if you just use basics, then it doesn't matter. Any CPU run just fine, because it caps you at 6 cores. Small CB on this board. Check folding the return. Gonna just barrel. He can have some king 10, ace 10. I'm just gonna check. Expecting to check back very often. Ace 8. 3 betting with ace 9 suited. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I guess we suck up a fair shit too, so we shouldn't complain. But I feel like it happened to us way more often than we do it to other people. I can be wrong. What do you guys think? Since you guys have been watching most of the time. This guy cold call is 3 bet. He's gonna attack him as a recreational player. He should never cold call here. Getting squeezed because of this guy. He's hardly ever bluffing here, like he's almost like never bluffing here. I guess we just fold, and then this guy will fold, pretty sure. He does call, and then oh my god, we had a chance to flop top sets, but I guess we can make a case to call because we have somebody behind and we're kind of deep. But that was a pretty big 4-bet sizing. I think it's a mistake to call. I think we get to stack them both if we're in the pot. Just want to see what happens. But cannot be result orientated because it's hard to flop a set. He definitely have aces or kings. Small c-bet on this board. Like your style too, tag me as a friend. Just start watching your stream a few days ago. Love the content. Thank you so much, and thanks for the kind words. Fewbar TV, thanks for the good luck. Always need it. Oh yeah, we have aces stacked. We just stack aces here if we call pre-flop, but unfortunately it didn't happen. That's fine. Kind of sad, but I feel like that was the correct play. But at the same time, since there's a cold caller, I guess if we call the 4-bet, like the cold caller always gonna come in. So that makes pocket 8s like a really good hand to just call pre-flop against the 4-bet, especially when we're playing a little deeper. But obviously you went to the safer route, just folding, which is fine as well. Here facing a 4-bet, we're just gonna jam queens. Hopefully we don't run into kings and aces. He doesn't snap call, that's always a good sign. On this board, we see betting a little bigger against somebody who never folds to c-bet. He does fold. A little bit surprising. Calling huge 4-bet against a solid player with pocket 8s is just like... I mean, there's a chance that he might be squeezing, but like most of the time they have aces and kings there, especially against the fish cold callers, because they're never folding. So if you don't have a real hand and just squeezing for no reason, it's gonna be negative EV for sure. Missed a huge opportunity there to obviously stack off somebody, but I don't think it was that bad of a decision. I'll say like we're just being result oriented because we did see we flop top set, which was the nuts. Here against the mid 3-bet, definitely calling, and we flop top 2 pair. That's nice. We're gonna do a huge raise, hoping that he has aces. He just check, and then we're gonna bet. And here we're checking back with ace queen. And gonna barrel this turn super big. And calling, and then hopefully he bluffed the river. Hopefully he doesn't have a king. Just gonna call. And we chop chop. When he 3-bet us minimum on the flop, I feel he has aces here, so we're just gonna jam actually against him. Good luck to us. Hopefully the board doesn't pair. We block kings and jacks, so it's unlikely that he had a set. Oh shit! I guess we do wrong bet, huh? He does have a set. Why we flop top 2? What can we do? Nothing we could have done there, but to get stack off, especially against a fish. A fish who mid 3-bet us under the gun raise in the blind, and then flop a set. And then while we flop top 2, how often is that? I don't know what to say, but he's supposed to have like aces, ace king there more often than king pocket jacks, but it's whatever. Cooler hand does happens. Pocket 7s, we're just gonna peel. Poker is brutal sometimes, man. Like, if you have been watching me, like, you know, it's just be like, it's really brutal. Happens to everyone too, but like that hand was just brutal. Like, what can you do there? Like, there's absolutely nothing we can do there. Especially against a fish player, like, are we gonna give him credit for like, especially we have king jack, so we hard block jacks and kings, and then he just basically hit the 1 outer. Definitely calling with ace, and I guess we can always flop a nuts. And then I mean he mid raise and then flop a set while we flop top 2. He basically hit the 1 outer, and yeah, it just sucks, man. Start with the small c-bet, not small c-bet, just a small bet. And then he folded when we have the nuts. GTO plus, which doesn't have any cap. GTO Plus works pretty much the same as oh yeah, if you use GTO Plus, then yeah, CPU is definitely gonna make a huge difference. Checking back here, it gets to a point where it's kind of like annoying to like using an overbet here, and obviously calling a jam. King Queen, can we hold? And okay, we finally had the. I guess we can hold when it's like when we have like over 70% equity. If it's a flip, we mostly losing. I get fucked up at the river constantly, so I agree. Gamer on no, what's up? Flat calling with ace queen, facing under the gun open. I don't know, dude. This trend with small bets is shit, in my opinion. Not really. Small bet makes the most sense. It gets just. I think it's just solver shit. Like solver recommends small blind. I mean small bets. That's why people are doing it. I don't always use smaller sizing though. It's depending on the flop. And we're gonna check call again. And check calling the river. Ace king, no good. Just gonna c-bet. What's giving odds to chase down and you wonder why you get sucked out on? That is not correct, unfortunately. We do get sucked out sometimes, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be using the smaller sizing, because you still get worse hand to call, and then you getting sucked out obviously feel like shit, but at the same time, like, we're gonna get worse hand to call, and then we're gonna make more money that way versus just using a larger sizing, and then makes pretty much force our opponent to play perfect. So I'm a believer in small betting. Here, barreling the turn. He has tons of draw on this board. We can very much still have the best hand, and we do get some full equity by betting too. And pretty good river. Just gonna check back. Expect him to have some kings, but mostly just busted draws. Don't expect that. Obviously we're folding. I don't know what hand he could be possibly doing this with. Plays top pair, donklet, turn pair ace. I'm just gonna fold. Don't think he's bluffing there, especially with histories. Running top 2 into sets against fish players. Pretty dry board. Losing flips. I feel like we're gonna start running better though. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Facing this larger bet, actually just gonna call. It's gonna check it to him. I think we're check raising quite often here. On the river, I'm not sure if we should be betting for value, because I feel like we're gonna call by overpairs a lot, and just gonna check. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna bluff this river and this texture, and then he does just give up. On this turn, we're gonna start betting a little bit. Checking the river. Hopefully he's gonna bluff. And he does bluff. He probably thought he was doing a value bet, but it's whatever. We flop middle set. Starting the small c bet. The concept of doing small c bet is because you can do that with your entire range versus you know, If you use a larger c-bet, you cannot do it with your entire range because it might be negative EV in the long run. But by using smaller c-bet, it's always like you can be doing that with your entire range. First of all, it's gonna confuse your opponents. Second, I mean, it's plus EV long term pretty much. On this turn, we're gonna barrel over pot, expecting to fold almost all the time. He does fold. The reason why we bet there was because we do over pot turn bluff a lot, so we just need to protect that range a little bit when we actually have the nuts. Versus we only overbet turn when we have absolute air. Definitely want to mixing some nuts doing that. Here mostly 3-betting, but against a fish type player, I feel like we can call sometimes. That's how I run too, which is why my wrist is swelling. I'm okay with bad beats until it started happening multiple times with the span of single session and lose it and have to quit. I would suggest you just to basically stop whenever you feel like you're not playing your optimal game. Like for me, my tilt endurance is pretty good, so I would say like, I mean, if I get sucked out or something for like, I would say like 5 or 6 pots, I think I would still play pretty optimal. If it gets to like 10 buy-ins or something, then it gets a little bit tricky. Probably should just stop. Just go start with the small c-bet here. I think this guy just overfolds. He can have some like suited connector that I can call, and then that's one of the cards that hit his range pretty hard. Just gonna check fold here. Pocket aces, hopefully we can get some action. This guy's folded to 3-bet 93% of the time. Don't expect him to call. If he calls, he probably has like a real strong hand because he do fold to 3-bet very often. Small c-bet here. He does fold. Defending with ace-9. Facing a check raise on this board. Just gonna give it to him. It was 6 coolers with 5 hours. That sucks, man. I have sympathy for running bad. That happens to us quite often. Facing the 3-bet pocket 8s with his stack, I think we see a flop, and then if it's like a pretty safe flop, then we just get it in. It's not one of the, it's one of the worst flops. Using a small bet here. I think this is the same guy that sucked us out. I think. Just gonna check. We don't get there. That sucks. I got sucked out at ACR more than I ever do on any other side, but it happened a few times on Ignition today. Well, in terms of RNG, ACR is 100% legit, so you might be just looking at the small sample size. I do have friends who run like 20 buy-ins above EV on ACR, so in like 20,000 hands or something. So there are those type of players. 3-betting with queens. Checking back this flop, and we check calling on this board. Facing a 4-bet, not really happy about it. We do have a club draw and got shot. I guess we should call, and then we do get there with the nut flush. I think this is just a jam. Good luck to us. This guy doesn't really 4-bet that often. I guess we can always see a flop, but against this range, I think we just call. It's always good to flop top set, and then now we stack aces and kings. Expect him to check back here all the time. I just feel like somebody who 4-bet 3% of the time always have like aces and kings here. I guess we check call and then check call the. Now we lose to ace king, but I don't think we can fold. I mean, it's the same result, right? If we just jam it in pre-flop, it's same shit. So I mean, now he's gonna be scared of ace king if he had aces or kings, but he does block aces and kings, ace king pretty hard if he had aces or kings. So with this stack sizing, like we're getting it, like this pot is going all in. Like there's no other ways around it. I'm just gonna jam. Good thing he did an instant call, so it's more likely he have aces or kings here versus. I guess he was bluffing then. Obviously he was bluffing. I mean. We turn a straight, gonna bet, and checking back here. Nice 7. I guess he was bluffing there because it just doesn't make too much sense for him to bet and then like fold on the river. I mean on the turn. I'm kind of confused there. I mean, he has 130 behind and piles 220. If he had anything that's related to this flop, I mean, he has ace, king, aces, and kings, and never folding though. So I guess he was just 4-bet bluffing pre. So I guess it happens sometimes. Are we gonna 4-bet here? So it happens sometimes, like when somebody who's like super tight in terms of their 4-betting range, like they 4-bet like 3% of the time or something like that. They do tend to bluff sometimes as well. So you can't always just give them credit, I guess. Here we're just gonna fold. It was a 4-bet bluff, and then he just jammed, and he just jammed like 200 BB deep. Just gonna give it to him. We're only calling there with aces. I'm not even sure if we're calling with kings. We might against that player, but mostly just aces there. He's not getting value from anything else, so I don't know why he did that. Russian bots on ACR. I think the bot problem got fixed. I believe it got fixed because they do implement a bot check very often. So I don't think there's as many bots as before, like 3 to 4 years ago. There's definitely tons of bots. But now I feel like it's not that many bots left on ACR. Gonna turn on my fans, it's kinda hot. Pretty hot weather, not running so hot. Yeah, natural 8 is a really good site. I love natural 8s. Especially ignition. Ignition interface is like really terrible. ACR is no longer soft, buddy. ACR game is pretty rough. My friend who play on Star regularly, 500 NL Star on Stars, he said that ACR game is pretty much the same. Nowadays, it's a lot tougher. Flop a flush draw. On this board, we're probably just gonna go for a raise against his C-bet. Facing a squeeze. I guess we call with the fish behind, with the short stack behind. Especially facing that sizing, we're definitely raising. On this flop, I feel like we're mandatory to bet a little bit. Pocket 10 does need some protection here. When the original 3-better checked, I feel pretty confident to just bet. Obviously, he could be checking with pocket jacks, but mostly he missed this flop. We can definitely have pocket jacks here. If he had ace king, he should be folding, because we're probably not doing this against with the fish behind. On this turn, I think we use a blocker sizing. Expecting to fold quite often here, because he feel like he has like some ace king, ace queen type of hands. That's drawing that against a jack, which is what we are repping. He does call again. That's very suspicious. I mean, he could have like ace queen, ace king of hearts. That's doing this. Not sure what he has. He had queen jack. Okay, that's a little bit shocking. We see new stuffs every day, man. Some people, they just play so weird. Like, 3-bet with queen jack there, and then you flop top pair, and then you just all of a sudden slow down without c-betting against 2 players out of position. It's like, that is just pretty bad. Uh, 500 NL and 200 NL. I don't think it's that big actually. I played tons of 550 NL. Games are pretty tough. I'm not even sure if it's any easier than 200 NL. Really? You think 50 NL on ACR is soft? I don't think so. I don't agree. Maybe I was just running like shit during that stretch, because I did play like 150,000 hands at 50 NL, and then I feel like it was pretty hard. I was like losing after like 150,000 hands. Obviously, overall I was winning with the rakebacks and all the bonuses, but I feel like that game was pretty rough. Pretty rough games. In my opinion, I can be wrong. I mean, 150,000 hands is really not that much, so. On this board, I feel like just gonna go for check call. Check calling again. He can have some jack 10, but we do block that a little bit, so I doubt it. River straight, flush gets there, so we're just gonna check. Not sure if he's calling like a value bet on the river, so might as well just give him the chance to bluff. We can have some 2 pairs here, and he does go for the bluff, which is good for us. Do you guys hear the fan noise on the stream? If you do, then I'll just turn it off. I'm not sure if a mic is gonna pick it up, but let me know if you guys hear like fan noise. I'll turn it off. Pocket aces in the big blind. Hopefully we get some action. Blind versus blind, it's less likely. This guy is pretty loose though, so hopefully we get some action. Pocket aces under the gun. Yeah. Small c-bet, and we don't have action with aces here. Do we barrel the turn? Just a small pot. I don't see a reason to go crazy. Sometimes we bluff, but not all the time. Giving up is fine. We do have a pair, so we still beat like small pocket pairs. Pretty annoyed that we lost most of the all-in pots today. Small c-bet on this flop, and we're calling that a 3-bet with pocket fives. Ace 8 ace. Calling once, he can be 3-betting with like king queen suited, king jack suited sometimes, so that's pretty close to being a 5. He does check. We're checking back here. Not beating much. We only beat like king queen suited, king jack suited, and that's what he has. King 10 suited. That's always good. Flop top pair. He checked. We turn a gut shot. Gonna go for value bet. Do you have any experience playing on any of the apps? Poker Bros. I play on Poker Deuce, Poker RRR2, River Trips, Jacks. We're gonna put in a code 4 here. Just gonna try to bet for value. ACR is much tougher than Ignition in my opinion, and games on the good Poker Bros are softest. Yeah, the apps are definitely the softest. However, there's like some corrosion type of problems on this kind of size, so you just have to be careful. Make sure that I think we call once. There's some collusion going on poker apps, so you just have to be careful. Facing a check raise here. He did 3-bet and call 4-bet, so I don't think he's bluffing here. We do have tons of ace king here, so I'm just gonna fold. Here, facing this sizing, not gonna try to be cute. I was thinking about just raising, wrapping queen jacks and sets, but could be completely drawing dead there. 3-betting with queens. No, 500. No, it's not solved. It's not Blitz. Yeah, Blitz 50 and that was pretty tough, man. Pretty tough. Facing a 4-bet against this guy, I think we just put it in. He's only 4-betting with like ace king and aces here. Good luck us not folding 100 big blind. Ace king, can we hold for once? And we finally hold. That feels good, man. Feels good to be winning a flip. Feels good to be winning a flip, guys. I almost forgot how it feels like to win a flips. I mean, that's what happened when you run like 25 buy-ins below EV. That shit just happens to you, man. This guy doesn't fold to 3-bet. Gonna just 3-bet here. Even though he has under the gun raised open range, but we're playing kind of deeper, so I don't want to play pocket 8s passively. And here, obviously 3-betting with ace 5 suited, and here we're gonna check call. Fin is fine. Okay, good to know. Just make sure that you guys are not hearing the noise, because I can hear it pretty loudly. Yeah, man, it's like 100 degrees here, like 110 in like California, so it's kind of bad. On this river, I think we bet and try to bluff. Here with this guy behind us, I actually think it's better to just call with pocket 6s against 2 fishes. Recreational player, worse players. Pocket 6 is very valuable. We flop a set, we make tons of money, so pretty easy to play too. Mostly we're folding, but we play all the pocket pairs when we're playing against weaker players. Players who's less capable of folding over pairs. He used a pass sizing. Pretty interesting. He does c-bet 100% of the time though. Auto position, I'm not sure how much he pocket 6 can stand, so just gonna give it to him. We can have some best hand here, but I just feel like he's gonna barrel the turn very often. On this board, start with a small bet when we check to. Thanks for understanding and let me use my fans. You guys are the best. Definitely the best viewers on Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Against a fish player open, I was gonna say we're gonna probably call. Definitely not calling a 3-bet. A6 suited here is pretty close between a 3-betting and fold. Let's go for a fold this time. And this guy does it again, like the mid 3-bet thing. I don't know why like fish does this shit. Like it's kind of annoying. And yeah, deuce is just nothing we can do. If we call, like I feel like we're gonna get squeezed a ton. Check calling on this flop. Against a pretty tight player, probably check calling again and check fold the river. Pocket 7, nice hand. Here we flop a pair. Start with a small bet. Expect us to get check raise here sometimes. Definitely not folding it. Flop middle pair. Just gonna check. Mostly check calling. Against this sizing, it's kind of tricky. Against this overpot sizing, I feel like he's saying he has pocket 10s, pocket jacks. He likes to flop. I guess we just give it to him. Our hand doesn't really have that much potential. Only to hit trips or 2 pairs. I think it's on initial many fishes, but fishes hit their draw and went outers thing. Fishes hit their draw everywhere, man. It's not size specific. Facing a 4-bet here. King queen suited. This guy doesn't really 4-bet bluff a ton, so I guess we're giving credit for real hand. Calling with king queen suited. Pretty good flop for us. I think we're gonna check call this flop. Check raising is fine as well. I guess we go for check raising. The flop hits our range better than his. Let's go for a check. He does call, and we do pick up a gacha on the turn. Not exactly sure what to do. I feel like we have to barrel this. And then probably, depending on what the river is, check calling this flop. And he called the turn bet. I guess we bet the river for value, and then I get like pocket jacks and pocket tens to call. The river. I guess we have to go for it. Not exactly sure what he has, but let's go for it. Go for a $50 bet. And here we are betting for value. Pocket kings, terrible river for him, unlucky. And it does work. I was thinking like he can have some like flush draws, overcross and flush draw type of hands. So are we gonna try to go for it? Cause we're losing there if we don't bet. Like it's 100% losing, so probably should bet something. Here with the gosh shot, I'm not sure if I believe this guy. But gosh, actually gonna check call again. Not sure if if we bet the river, obviously we probably have to fold. But just to make sure that he's not messing with us. $35, that feels like super value. Jack. I don't know, I just don't believe in here, man. I am not sure if I believe in here, dude. It's pretty close. Pretty close. I guess we go for the fold. Not sure if he'll be bluffing with that sizing. Can be wrong though. Pocket aces facing under the gun open. Definitely gonna 3-bet. Ignition randomly crash. I really hate ignition. Honestly, I hate that side, dude. Like the interface is just terrible. Their back button is like terrible. Like there's no customization anywhere. We get called by 2 spots. That's interesting. On this board, it's pretty good for aces. Definitely going for a c-bet. Here facing this huge raise, gonna just make it really big. Maybe 35. Actually, on this turn against this player, I think we're gonna barrel and then try to get it in on the river. 65. I think we go for like 50 and get it in on the river. SPR would be pretty perfect. Here, pretty good flop. We're just gonna start with a small c-bet. We're deeper, so I'm not sure if we should use like small c-bet sizing. Maybe use like this sizing and then we'll get it in on the turn. And we're jamming here. Turns an ace, not the greatest turn card for us. But we do have some ace king in our range, so I guess we just barrel this turn. Hopefully he doesn't jam. He called with pocket threes. Holy shit, man. Holy shit, man. What am I seeing? What am I seeing here? And then it does work because ace hit our range pretty hard as well. What did he do? So we 3-bet, he just called out of position with pocket threes. He didn't flop a set. And then what happened? And then he check called the flop, thinking that we have ace king. Check called the turn, thinking that we have ace king. He does have open ender on the turn. And then we ship the river and he calls. That is very questionable. Here we do face a 3-bet. Under the gun raise 3-bet. I guess we put like a huge 4-bet here. We're 220 big blind deep, 230 big blind deep. Gonna use a large 4-bet sizing. Hopefully he just goes nuts. Not too worried about pocket tens. I guess we start betting. We can go for check raise as well. Trying to think which way we go. If he flop a set here, I think we're just destined to lose our stack. On this board, we're just not. I think we use like half sizing. And here we do face a 3-bet with kings. Obviously, we're gonna put in a 4-bet. On this turn, I think we go for a check jam here. It's not the worst. He's calling. Good luck to us. Hopefully, we don't run into aces. Jacks. Can we hold? And we can't. On here, we can go for a bet and jam the river, or we can just I think we always betting here. He could have some ace king here. I mean, he can have some kings here, queens. Gonna bet and jam the river. If he had a set, we're gonna lose our stack anyway. So never folding here. And jamming the river. As long as he doesn't snap call, I think we have the best hand. He does have kings. That's a really nice pot for us. 300 plus big blind, boys. We got it. Took a cooler for us to take the whole pot there. But a lot of people are gonna be scared playing like 220, like 240 big blind deep. A lot of people would choose like a passive way to play aces there, but on that board, facing the action where we raise under the gun and then he 3-bet under the gun +1 and we put a huge 4-bet. I mean, he mostly have kings there, or like queens. He doesn't have like anything else there, so that's a difference between like crushers and like regular winners or like just slide winners. Is that like as crushers we always go for maximum value, even though like the board can seem scary. If you like before you think about it, it can seem scary, but it's actually not. Like if you think about it, I mean, if he had obviously he could have pocket tens there, he could have pocket 7 there. But why would pocket 10s under the gun +1? I mean, pocket 7 is probably not a 3-bet under the gun +1. But like, why would like, so pocket 10 was the only hand that we need to worry about, and then the chances of him having pocket 10s there is just extremely slim. If that happens, we're destined to lose our stack. So, I mean, it's nothing to worry about. But if you play like passively or you play like scared, first of all, you might get bluff off your hand playing that deep. Secondly, you're missing all the value versus kings and queens. So over there, when he didn't like snap call like right away, like immediately, like within the first second or two, like we knew we had the best hand. So it took him like maybe 5 seconds to call. When it takes longer than like 2 seconds, like we had the best hand there, almost guaranteed. The new interface makes sense. Yeah, I just hate ignitions, man. Ignitions, Bovada, like I play on it sometimes because game is so good. I mean, we have double gutter here and backdoor flush draw. Gonna go for a check raise. So yeah, ignition. We turned the nuts, which is nice. Gonna use the overbet sizing, so that way we can take his stack if he does have overpairs. And here we flop gutter and flush draw. Just small c bet. Gonna use overbet sizing. And here we're checking when diamond gets there. And he does go, we're jamming here. Pretty good. Hopefully he has like... I think with the way he plays... nice hand. With the way he plays, I feel like he has like 10s plus. 10s, jacks, queens, kings, something like that. This river can be scary for him, but we're still gonna jam. We still have the nuts. Hopefully he has like ace-9 or something. He does instant call with pocket aces. That's a terrible river for him. I don't think he's folding anyways. So he was drawing down a turn. Sucks for him. Drawing down on the turn with aces, definitely not the best feeling. I guess we're starting to run better today. I think we play well as well. I think we always plays well, so not try to be cocky or anything like that, but I feel like we, like for the most part, like 90%, 95% of the time, we play pretty solid, and we rarely get tilted. I think we make bad plays like maybe once in several sessions, which is relatively good. We do still make mistake, obviously, but on the ace high flop, we're just gonna start with the check. And here on the turn, 4-6 gets there. Still sound like gacha, straight draw, double gutter type of hands. We're gonna bet for value and just charge the draws. And then once he snap call, he almost always have a jack here. Not folding yet, check calling. And he does have a gut shot, so our bet on the turn makes tons of sense. So we charge the draws while we still had the best hand, and then he missed, and then we just make extra money. The interface lagging. Do you play live at all or mainly online, or what stake do you play live? So I used to be a live professional. I played 10-20, 5-10 no cap, so pretty big games. Checking this river. Pretty deep. Definitely gonna pure with pocket nines, and we do have the best hand here. King Knight does give up. I think we did get extra value, extra street of value by checking the flop. So he tried to bluff at it. He tried to took a stab at it. Good for us. And here we're checking. So I used to play live for living, 10-20, 5-10 no cap, and I played tons of private games because I've been in the LA poker scene for a long time, and I do get invited to some private games like who are like amazing. I think I'm averaging like a shit ton in those games. Not folding it. Turn gut shot. So I played tons of private game. Not gonna barrel this turn. Played tons of private games. Mostly 5-10, 10-20 no cap. Pretty good games. And yeah. I guess 4 bets. We are just gonna jam here. Small blind versus button. We're not gonna get too much credit. Hopefully he has ace king. Pocket kings. Hopefully we can hold. We do. I guess today is the day that we start pulling some coolers to other people instead of on the losing side. He has pocket eights, and we do pick up another pretty good pot. Very good session so far. Feeling pretty good. Like, it's been a while since we ran aces into kings, and then we actually wins. Obviously, if you guys have been following me long enough, you guys know that I have ran kings into aces 16 times in 20,000 hands. So that was kind of brutal. That was a brutal run. And then when we have aces against kings, I think we got sucked out like like 3 times or something in those 20,000 hands. So definitely not running the hottest. But today it's been pretty good for us. What is a good value bet river sizing? Depending on the situation and depending on the flop texture, so that's not something that I can give you a precise answer. Ace king suited, definitely putting a 3-bet. Depending on like what your opponent's range are and then what's your hand, like what ranges you're playing, like it's really about like putting your opponents on a hand where start with the check, playing 200 BB deep. Check calling the flop. On this turn, I think we're gonna go for a value bet. So it's not a precise answer to that. Ignition is very soft, that's a problem. I've seen people shove in 10 high, 25 and no. On this river is check calling, I feel like. Or maybe just bet for value. I don't see anything that's gonna call us though. Probably just check. Queen 9. We do have the best hand here again, and people stop bluffing us when we run good. Pretty good flop. Here facing mid raise, crazy bluffer. Small C bets and folding here. I'm trying to think if we should putting a 4-bet against this guy. He never folds to 4-bets, so I guess. I mean, it's only one hand sample size, so I guess we go for it. 22. And here, facing a dunk bet. Not exactly sure what he's doing. Gonna put in a raise for the most part and see what he does. And this is a pretty good flop for queens. Gonna go for a pretty large sizing against this player and then just jam the turn. And on this river, I feel like checking is probably better. A6. That's kind of crazy. So he flop, got shot, check, call, turn second pair, and then dunk bet, and then call race. Interesting. Interesting spot. Interesting players. Flop open ender. On this board, I think we're gonna go for it. Check, I think. Pocket jacks. Facing under the gun open. Gonna put in a 3-bet. And here facing a dunk lead. With open ended and with the way we run, definitely gonna call. And I expect us to just get there on the turn. We don't, but we pair our nice, which is not the worst. Facing a 4-bet. This is pretty close. He does raise under the gun, and it's a little bit tricky. I guess we can fold jacks here. Not the worst decision. If we call, out of position is really hard to play, unless we flop a set. Just gonna fold here. And here, facing a half pot bet on the turn against a fish. I feel like we should call, and then most likely we'll get there on the river with the way we run today. And we don't. Checking the river. We might still have the best hand. Chop chop, not the worst. Turn 2 pair, just gonna check it to him. And here's standard c-bet. We have a gut shot here. Queen does complete Jack 10. He could definitely have Jack 10 here. With 2 pair, we're not folding to the overbet. Just gonna call. This is a terrible river. We lose to king now. Facing a small c-bet, I actually feel like we can call and pure a turn. Turn open-ended, which is not the worst. And here we turn a king. Just gonna continue to bet. Here, facing this river bet, we just have to fold. It's unfortunate that the river played the board, but at the same time, it could save us. And on the river, we're just gonna bet and try to bluff. And we do get called by King Queen, unfortunately. But if he doesn't get there, then obviously we're gonna take it down. It's just unfortunate there, but it's fine. Folding Ace Jack. Here on this river, I don't think we can get anything. Like, can we get value from a King Queen maybe? But he could have King Jack here. Pocket tens, I'm not sure if he's calling. I'm just gonna check back. He does have King Jack, so it's a smart check. Tap on my shoulders. Pretty good check. Almost got trapped. Almost. Just don't see any hands that's gonna call our value bet. Maybe except maybe King Queen. But he has tons of 2 pairs there, so checking back isn't too bad. On this board, start with a small C bet. Turn is a heart. I guess we're checking here. Facing a cutoff 3 bet, pocket jacks. Well, hit a bolt. 3 betting. I mean, calling is fine. Mostly 4 betting. When we 4 bet, if he's jam, we have to call. So good luck to us if he jam. Pocket jacks is way ahead of his jamming range. On this flop though, I'm gonna start with a check. I feel like small C bet isn't too bad either. Just gonna start with a check. He only plays the 100 big blind deep, so if we have like aces here, we can get it in on the turn and river. It's pretty simple. On the turn, I think with our stack sizing, checking is probably better, because it would be very difficult for him to bluff. Because even if he had like ace queen here, he's gonna be worried about like getting shoved down once he bets. So there's actually a good chance that he check back ace queen here, and obviously we don't beat anything anymore. He could have ace king, but I feel like he's jamming pre-flop with ace king, so doesn't seem like he has ace king. He could have ace queen. Just gonna check it to him. He checked back with pocket sixes. Damn, call a 4 bet with pocket sixes. That's kind of crazy. Needy too tight. Thanks for follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream so far. Here with pocket queens, we're gonna put in a larger 3 bet against this guy. He does have almost 300 big blind deep. Here we're 3 betting. Start with the small C bet. Raise and the 3 bet. On this turn, I think we're checking and give up. Pocket jacks here. Let's do a call 4. Just gonna check and give up. It makes me a whale instead of fish, or a little gem on you on stream. Makes me a whale instead of a fish, or makes me a whale instead of a fish, or I would gem on you on stream. I guess somebody watching our stream. Start with a check on this board. Whale, fishes, well. Pocket 7's gonna call. Flop us another set. Good to be running good. And here on this turn, I think we're gonna start betting a little bit. And checking the river after the turn got called. Definitely check raising here. Check calling isn't the worst. But he does have some overpairs sometimes that he's just not gonna fold, and then we can get more money in. On this river, I feel like we're just gonna check. On this turn, gonna barrel. He can have some ace jack, he can have some queen jack. Pretty good river. Facing this river action, not sure if he's bluffing with worse, because if he had any pair, he does have some showdown value. If he had nothing, he probably wouldn't call the turn. A little bit tricky. We do suck out versus pocket kings. Another good pots. It's pretty close. He's somebody who's capable of turning his hand to the bluff. But I'm not exactly sure he would do this on this hand specifically in our position where I 3-bet him pre-flop in small blind versus under the gun open. So it's just gonna fold it to him. Nice hand. Flop top pair. Ignition cooler me hard today with flush over flush and giving a river full bolt over my flush. Had to quit after that. Plus their stupid software crash. I feel sorry for you, man. Suck out does happen everywhere to everyone. No one is immune to that. On this river, when diamond gets there, I feel like he has tons of backdoor draw that gets there. I'm just gonna check. Probably check folding. I don't see him having too much bluff here if he bets. He has pocket deuces. That's good. Gonna probably wrap up the session pretty soon. We do turn open in this straight draw, so I guess we have to. I guess we can. Not sure about raising. Because if we had queen jack here, we probably would c-bet the flop. So calling is probably better. Gonna wrap up the session really quick, really soon. Overall, I think we are having a pretty good session so far. He's checking to us to bluff, so not gonna bite that. Ace 3. Yeah, it's whatever. I guess we could take it down with the turn raise, but this is another pot where against this guy, I don't think we're ever folding because he's so deep. Mike Rosie. I guess we peel flop. Hopefully we get a 6. We don't. Just gonna check fold. Gonna wrap up the session. Ace offsuit is not the hand that we're gonna play against 2-player with. Aces gonna open. It went check around, so it's kind of weird. Can we have the best hand? Maybe. Just go for a check. Not exactly sure. This guy seems like a recreational player, just very loose, pretty dangerous. On this flop, we do have ace of clubs. Ace king's the nuts. I guess we start with a small c-bet, and he bets and call. I'm just gonna fold and see what they have. Very interesting to see what they have. King queen, king jack, and pocket tens. Interesting. I think we would take it down with a bet on the turn, especially they didn't have any spades. Oh, this guy does have spades. Interesting hands. Here we're jamming. Good luck to us. Hopefully we can win another stack before we wrap up. Got instant call, rain to kings. Shit happens, can always win. Here facing 3-bet and call, king queen offsuit is not the hand that we're gonna go to war with. Small blind versus cutoff, queens into kings is just really standard. Get it in, no brainer. And let's see how we do today. Even though we lost a stack at the end, but overall I think we still did pretty well. We are up almost $1,100, which is pretty good. Could have up like a little more. Was up like 13 before the queens versus kings cooler. Was up 1,300. It's pretty good. Pretty good session in general. We're actually on the way down, and then we caught a heater for the last 400 hands or so. So we went from down 400 to like up 1,300. So within like 200 hands, within those 200 hands, we went from down $450 to up 1,300. So that is like a $1,750 turnaround within like 200 hands, which is pretty sick. Almost 10 buy-in within 200 hands. Ran pretty hot there. At the end, we did run into a cooler. Our all-in equity is 745, so we do run about 1.5 buy-in above our EV. Which is due, man. Like we're running like shit. So there's a few hands that we need to talk about. I want to talk about. Definitely talk about the aces hand. This is one of the biggest pot of the day. We have aces. Obviously playing 250 big blind deep, open under the gun. Gets 3-bet under the gun +1. He has about like 400, like 200, 230 big blind. Playing this deep, we always have to 4-bet. Like we have to size up our 4-bet because obviously we're playing deeper. We chose a 4x sizing to 55, and then obviously he called. When he calls here, like we're putting on like kings, ace king, queen, something like that. I don't even think ace king will play this way. Maybe ace king suited. Flop was 10-7-4, 2 hearts. Started with a half pot bet and was hoping that he have kings and queens. He does call. Turn was pretty good. It's an 8 of spades. It's not a heart. If it's another heart, we can like the action will pretty much halt, and the auto position is gonna be pretty difficult for us to continue. Obviously we do another value bet, a little overhead pot, and just pretty much targeting kings and queens. Hopefully not ace king of hearts. He does call. River is a 5 of clubs, which is really clean. Very clean run out for our hands. Really clean run out for how we play pre-flop. So on the river, we just go for the jam. Like we pretty much size up our turn bet for river jam. So we're pretty much jamming any river, even if it's hard. I think we're jamming because we built this pot this way. We're not folding $250 in a $500 pot. So we just pretty, but obviously it's pretty good to see like a clean run out, and then we just jam and then gets called. He didn't snap call. He took in like 5 seconds, so we knew we had the best hand. If he had a set here, he's always just snap calling within the first 2 seconds. So it was always good, and then he had kings. It's just a cooler, and it's like 300, 230 big blind pots. Sucks for him. Here we have another aces, and then this is another cooler. Not really nothing to talk about. Cutoff versus button. 3-bet, he 4-bet, we jam, and then he had kings. He's never folding in those positions, so it's just unlucky for him. Like the same thing happened to us so many times in the past couple weeks. So have the sympathy for him. The pocket jacks hand gets raised, and then we check jam the turn, and then he called 5-9, and then we sucked out. This one is kind of lucky for us. Most pot we got it in. We're huge favors. Obviously this one we sucked out, but it happens. What about the losing hands? This hand's worth talking about. We had king jack suited under the gun. We open, and big blind is like a huge fish. You can see by his stats, 47 and 17. 3-bet 11% of the time, and then he used like a mid 3-bet sizing. King jack suited here, we're never folding, especially